Krista.
Hey, girl. We're back.
We're back. Day 2 of 12 Pods of Christmas.
That's right.
What do we eat?
Hold on. Just to remind everybody, from now until Christmas Eve's Eve, we're bringing you an episode every day because we love you. And these are our Christmas presents to you as you guys get ready for the holiday season.
Oh my God, I love that. I love that so much. So on day 2 of 12 Pods of Christmas, what are we chatting about?
We're going to talk about fun stuff. Let's really get into our opinions and talk about things that are incredibly overrated and incredibly underrated. Krista and Sarah style.
I love it. Where should we even begin?
I know you got a lot of opinions. You tell me. Do you want to talk about the overrated first?
Yes. That's the easier one. Okay, so since this event is coming up, I personally think that New Year's Eve is overrated.
Yeah, totally. Incredibly overrated.
Yeah, like expensive.
Yep.
And what, stay up till midnight? Okay, pass.
Yeah, if you have small children, the idea of staying up until midnight is not a good idea. Do you do what some other parents do and trick your kids into thinking that like midnight is really like 7 p.m. and put them to bed so they get to like, yay, count it down?
Yeah, I think we did that for my son last year because last year he was 2. So yeah, I think we did that last year. We got him a little like hat that said New Year's Eve, a little
oh yeah, those noisemakers.
Yeah, a little noisemaker thing, and then we like put on the TV. I think we found something on YouTube and we counted down and we're like, Happy New Year's. Okay, go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Hello. Obviously, in my teens and my 20s, I went out. But I found that it was like super overpriced. Like you have to pay for cover to get into places. Like every food item and beverage is like completely overpriced. Everywhere is packed. And where Krista and I live, it's freezing where you want to go. So you want to like look nice, but you're also freezing. So yeah, pass. Thank you.
It's a lot of hype and money spent for like not really an exciting thing. We've talked about this in a previous episode where it's like you're spending a lot of money for this short amount of time for the countdown with strangers, right? Like, because you're buying a ticket to somewhere and you're having to buy an outfit and whatever. And we really need to bring back like New Year's Eve house parties.
Yeah. And like you said, it's all the hype. It's like, oh, well, you got to get a, kiss on at midnight and and you want to have like a great New Year's Eve because people are going to ask you about it and you want to have a picture and all these things. It's like so much pressure. And now it's like, I'll just order Chinese food and stay home. Thank you.
Agreed. I think that carries into one of the other things about like being up late and how that is challenging. So even going out, staying up late, getting drunk when you're older, overrated.
Yeah, absolutely. It hits you a lot harder the older you get.
For sure.
And it takes a long time to recover.
It does. The only I don't drink a lot anymore. Like it's been a long time because I don't want to have to go to the hospital to recover from that because it takes weeks to recover from that.
Yeah.
My age and my big old grandma age.
No, it's true though. And I got small kids and they either wake up, during the night or wake up at the crack of dawn and they're ready to party as soon as they open their eyes. So like, I do it ever so often. I do it, but then, you're suffering the next few days after.
You know what else is overrated related to that is falling asleep anywhere. Like that's not an option as you get older. Like falling asleep on the couch, falling asleep on the floor, falling asleep on the chair. Like you're jacked, right? Like we all know that if you don't even sleep right in your bed in the right position, you're going to be messed up when you wake up the next day.
Oh yeah, things are going to be hurting. I don't even know if I can even do that, to be honest. Like you fall asleep like on a chair? I can't do that.
I mean, I can fall asleep on a couch if I'm lying down. The only time I would be able to fall asleep in a chair is like in an airplane. And even then.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're hurting. Things are hurting in your body because you fell asleep in a crappy position, for sure.
Totally. What else do you talk about?
And then, when you don't get enough sleep because you fell asleep in a crappy position, then you need some caffeine to wake you up. And a lot of people, they like their Starbucks. But don't get me wrong. I like Starbucks too, on occasion.
But what do you like?
But
what do you like at Starbucks?
I like the chai tea. No, the chai latte.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like. I go there often. No, I don't. I don't even know what it's called. And I like the mocha something or other. It's pretty good. But like the sheer cost of those drinks is insane.
Sure.
It's completely overrated. Like if I'm paying like $7 or $8 for a like drink, or no, hard pass.
What I will say about Starbucks is that it is, because I guess they're so keen on training their baristas, the drink will be the same no matter where you go. So they definitely, consistency wise, it's definitely there. It's way too expensive. Even from a coffee quality standpoint, Starbucks coffee is the shittiest coffee of all the coffees. As someone who used to drink black coffee, like yuck.
It's interesting how they haven't like tried to make it better.
Because they make so much money off of the Moki Froki, Lottie Potties, Chino Winos. We're like, yeah, just get my coffee. It's like, okay, if you're drinking it with a straw, it's literally not coffee.
That's so true though. But it's so true. So yeah, I don't know. I like Starbucks, but I do think it's overrated.
Yeah, I like their fun drinks once in a while. I definitely drink their tea every morning. I go to Starbucks and get a tea. That I pay way too much for it, but they give me 2 bags. How nice of them. They even they even ask me if I want both of them in there. It's like, no, just give me one in my hand to use for later, I guess.
Can I have one to go?
Yeah. It's like, can you put in another cup for me?
Oh, that's funny.
Even though they discontinued my favorite tea, fuckers.
Which is what?
How is it? Is it jade citrus mint citrus jade? It's one of those ways. They discontinued it.
Ooh.
Though they still have it in stock. They make it as part of another drink that they jack the price up on.
Jeez.
So now I gotta go and drink Mint Majesty, which is just like,
What other things are overrated that you think are overrated?
Going into the office is definitely overrated.
Yeah.
Commuting for work,
absolutely
overrated.
Well, yeah, because now, because of COVID, I said one of the benefits that came out of COVID was people were able to work. Well, if you had a job where you were able to work from home, you worked from home for that time. And now companies are like, nope, we need everyone to come into the office for collaboration, to get back in there. And now people are commuting, either they're going full-time in the office or they're doing hybrid, and it's terrible.
It is. So let me qualify it a bit. Like, it's not only the act of going into the office, it's going into the office to work in an open workspace environment. So no desk. I don't have a designated desk. I'm a boomer. I want my designated desk. I want partitions. I want privacy. When I go in day to an open place, like a parking spot, I need to find a seat. So it's already stressful. I need to remember where that seat is because it's in a different place every day. Lucky me. And then
my God,
know where to keep my stuff. I don't have an issue with going into the office. Let me just say that. I don't want people to think that I'm against it. But if you want me to come in, I want to be able to go to my own desk every day and have a cabinet to lock my sit. Yeah. I don't want a locker. I want a desk.
Yikes. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
And I think consultancy firms are really good at this. Like the Deloittes, the KPMGs of the world don't have a lot of people that are sitting with clients all day. They're not going into their office space, but the office space is a hotel desk space where it's like, you got to kind of reserve space every day, but it's a space that you can use. You dial in, you have a phone, you have keys in a cabinet to lock stuff, you have partitions. Like it's your desk for the day, which I would like. If I can't have the same desk, I just want a desk.
Right. Jeez, that's rough.
Yeah. Especially when you're older. Like today was a busy day at work and it was very loud and I thought I was going to lose my shit.
Jeez. Like, no, it's so hard to focus.
Yeah, I don't want to be in romper room.
Yeah. Well, on the flip side of that, so like going into the office and like, the work week, I'm going to personally say that the weekends are overrated. I know. Weekends, which are supposed to be the greatest, which they are, but in those 2 days, you're supposed to get everything done that you didn't get done during the work week. But you try to get everything done on the weekends. Like go to stores, go grocery shopping, do some fun things with your family and your kids. And everywhere is beyond busy. And it's not fun. Like it's just like so overrated. It's stressful. It's not fun.
I would expand that 2-day weekends are overrated because it is not enough time. Like we are now at the stage where these weekends need to be 3 days.
Yes.
Because we definitely need to decompress. So that part of it is underrated, like how important weekends become, but there's not enough time in the weekend now to do that. Especially like if you've made plans, like if I made plans for one day of the weekend, well then I need to recover now because I didn't get my full 2 days.
Well, yeah, because you might be a little tired, might be a little hungover, but then you still have like, adult responsibilities to do. Yeah, no, it's a lot.
You think the theme that's permeating out of all the things that we think are overrated is just like getting older? Getting older and wiser is overrated? Because right now we're seeing a lot of downsides to that rather than upsides. Sleep quality.
It's true though. I feel like when you're a kid, you like want to become a grown up so badly. But now that you are a grown up, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
This isn't what I thought it would be like.
Literally, you're like, is there a return policy on this? Because I'm not having a good time.
Yeah, really.
Like you still get away with it a little bit of just like frivolity in like your early 30s ish, depending on where you're at in your life. But like that's it. After that, you're like, nope, straight adulting all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think network TV, like cable TV, overrated. Pass.
What makes it overrated for you?
Like cable TV, I don't have the patience nor the time to sit through commercials. And I want to watch something when I have time to watch something, not watch something at a particular time. I don't have time for that. It's like I want to turn on my Netflix or turn on my Disney Plus or my Amazon Prime and watch what I want to watch when I want to watch it.
Totally. And then stop watching it and then pick it up when I'm ready.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm the same. I definitely can't do live TV anymore. I like, unless it's like on demand or something, I need to be in control. That's probably why I stopped watching a lot of like Super Bowl performances or award shows, because I'm not watching it live. I'm going to catch the highlights on like YouTube or something afterwards.
Exactly. Absolutely. I think overrated is having like so many friends. Yeah. Like when you're younger, you have like a huge group of friends. But as you get older, you just really need a few close friends that you can rely on, or you just need a few friends that you can rely on for different things.
Sure.
You don't need a lot of friends. Who has time for that?
Oh, yeah. I think it can be split into two groups. That definitely having a lot of friends when you're older is overrated, because if you're growing and evolving and changing, you're realizing that those friendships mean different things as you get older, and like what you really need is different. Like if you're not going out anymore and doing those things, then those social friends probably are going to fall off of your friend list. But even I would take it a step further and be like, work friends are important, but work friends are also can be overrated, because you go to work.
Yeah. Although I need work friends.
I mean, I would love.
Krista does not.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had work friends. Not that I wouldn't mind it, but I'm not seeking it now in my new opportunities. Like I can still hang out with somebody, but I don't need it in the same way. And I would if you could just give me my own desk. But really, I'm just like, get in and get out.
Yeah. That makes sense. Have you ever stayed at an Airbnb before?
I don't think so.
So, like pre-pandemic, I thought Airbnbs were good.
Yeah.
They were reasonable. They were good priced. The fees made sense. But like during the pandemic and now kind of post-pandemic, the fees are outrageous.
I've heard that.
Yeah, like it is significantly cheaper to like go to a hotel or like do something else. Like I don't know, the Airbnb fees and everything included, just like they need to revisit that,
Because I feel like Airbnb owners got greedy, so they add all these fees, like a cleaning fee, an admin fee, a this fee, a that fee. But then they're also telling you that you need to do all these things. You need to do laundry. You need to wash the sheets before you leave. You need to fold them. And it's just like, I'm not renting your place as like a renter. I'm like staying here as a guest.
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly it. Like you had to pay all these fees, but then you still had to do everything before you left. So it's like, what?
Just I just put my towels in the bathtub and call it a day. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know if Airbnb owners are actually realizing, and I don't know if there's been a change from people moving to hotels as a result of it, because I did hear that as a result now hotels are cheaper, and some people are willing to pay a little bit more just not to have to do with the upkeep. Like, why am I upkeeping your Airbnb? I'm not destroying it, but like you're being ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what else is overrated?
What?
The tumblers that all the girls are carrying around, those big buckets, those Stanley tumblers.
Oh my gosh. Yes, but they're so popular, but they're so expensive.
Yeah, they're like $50, I want to say.
That's USD. That's not Canadian.
It's like,
and they're huge. It's like you're literally carrying around like a 1 liter of water around with you all the time. Or more.
Our American friends are like, what's a 1 liter? It's even like a 2 liter, actually. I think that,
oh my gosh,
2 liter to ounces. Let me do a quick conversion. So it's like carrying around like 67 ounces with you. You're like,
oh my god, but it's like truly, it's like a weight in one arm, but then you always have to make sure you know where a bathroom is at all times.
It's true. Some of my team members are avid gym goers. So they're monitoring their protein, and they're definitely monitoring their water intake. And then during a meeting, they'll have to like get up and like take like a little potty break. Because you're like, yeah, because you've been drinking water. They'll take a bio break. Ooh, bio break. We never talked about that in corp slang.
Bio break. Yeah, that's good.
It's like a biodegradable break or a biological break. And then that one makes no sense.
It's funny. Do you have any other products that are overrated?
The face roller. The one that's made of the rose quartz that people were rubbing on their face for a while to like help stimulate collagen and maybe like smooth out wrinkles.
To make you look younger?
Yeah, and like just do stuff. I'm like, oh, and it's like a lymphatic massage to like drain the fluids that are accumulating in your face.
So it doesn't do that?
No, I don't have one. I'm like,
I don't have one either.
I'm like, it needs to be a special stone to do that? Like, can we just like rub our faces?
So that's overrated. Got it.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about some underrated things?
Yes, of course. Sleep. Number 1, sleep. Underrated. Sleep is amazing, especially when you get older.
It is amazing. Especially
like if you don't get a good night's sleep, you're screwed.
Though, I mean, I think it's generational with sleep because my parents, they're old school and they did shift. Well, my mom did shift work. Like she worked different shifts. But like my dad, I think only sleeps for like 5 hours. But he's like a napper during the day.
Oh, gotcha.
But sleep is completely underrated. Like, especially as someone who, like yourself, who has 2 kids, like you're always in a sleep deficit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if they're sick,
when my kids sleep in, oh my gosh, like my kids sleep in till like 6:45. Like it's amazing. It's a miracle. I would say another thing that's underrated is taking time before you get completely burnt out. So whether like that's at work or something, just like taking that like personal day or vacation day and just like knowing who you are as a person, that if you're getting super stressed or super anxious, like try taking a beat before you get completely burnt out.
100%. Like pre-scheduling time off before your body makes you take time off.
Yes.
I need to be better at that.
Yes. I think I do too.
Like I'm counting down to Christmas break.
Underrated.
Reading notes, yeah.
Is just like laughing so hard.
Yeah.
When do you like laugh and like your cheeks hurt and you have to like pee your pants because you're laughing so hard? It's like the best. Yeah. Like it's so underrated.
Well, I'm going to say it's been a while since we did that, but I know we've definitely had those moments in recording the podcast Not as many as I would like, but we've had those moments. But we had a couple of those moments when we worked together too, where it's like just laughing so hard until you're crying.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the best. It's the best. It's the best.
those moments.
I know. Underrated, I think, because people are just like so busy and everyone's lives are just like going in every direction. But like spending time with like family and friends is like underrated. Just spending some quality time with people. Man, it's just nice. You say is meh. I say it's nice.
Yeah, I could take it or leave it. I feel like that's like more like, I feel like that could be overrated.
I guess it depends who you're hanging out with, but if it's people that you enjoy their company, then it's underrated.
Yeah. I'm also very comfortable being completely alone. So it can go both ways.
Gotcha. Underrated is having a clean house. For me, I got 2 very young kids and their favorite thing to do is just take all the toys out and put them on the floor. So having a clean house when my like everything is spotless.
Yeah.
For like that moment.
That's valid. Because it takes a lot of work to get there and it's not appreciated enough.
Exactly.
Yeah. I could see that. Or even when you make your bed with like new sheets, like you've just and then you go in and you're like,
"Cause it's so nice." It's so nice. You can picture it now.
Oh, right. You're like, yes. The smell of the sheet and the blankie's all cuddly and you're like, yes. And then your husband gets in the bed and you're like, it's ruined.
That's funny.
You know, it's underrated not having to share a bed. At least for me. Having to share a bed. I mean, maybe you don't know any different now at this point, but I'm like,
yeah.
Just being able to starfish on my bed, amazing.
That's funny. Do you have any other underrated things you want to chat about?
No.
Okay. I think we covered a lot of overrated and underrated things.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple more, but we don't have to go into them for the sake of the episode.
What?
Well, you have like on your notes, because I'm borrowing from your notes, like the idea of like creating your own boundaries and saying like no to things, and no to people. I feel like that.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah. You're so deep with your...
I think it's underrated because people are scared to say no.
Yeah, but there's so much value in doing that it's not appreciated enough that you're preserving yourself and your mental health in a lot of instances by saying no.
Exactly.
And then the last one that you have, which I think is a really good one, is having like a real work-life balance where you have a life outside of work, and it's not just decompressing from the workday of like having drinks and bitching about work, but a real hobby or something that you're investing your time in where it's like, yes, I don't feel like I am obligated to like work into the wee hours because I actually have other things to do.
Yeah, you have a life and you have, yeah, exactly, other things you want to do as well.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah. I think that's completely underrated.
So listeners, we want to hear from you. What are some things that are overrated and underrated in your life? These were strictly our opinions, and don't judge us based on such, but we want to hear from you. What are some things that we missed that would definitely need to be talked about as overrated or underrated? You can always share those comments on our social media. We include the links to all our social media channels in every podcast episode description. If you like what you're hearing from us, as always, follow us and leave us a rating. Give us your feedback. We talk back. And we'll see you guys again tomorrow for the next episode of 12 Pods of Christmas, right?
Exactly. Tomorrow is day 3 of 12 Pods of Christmas. So I'll see you tomorrow, Krista.
Bye.
Bye.